Hey guys, today we're going to go over some proportional relationship information, including constant of proportionality and tables and graphs, and just kind of review it all. You need to make sure that you are writing these tables out, that you're doing the work, and that you are answering the questions before I do. So right now, I want you to pause. I want you to write what is on the screen, and I want you to try to answer A, B, and C. Also, see if you can figure out what the missing boxes are. So see if you can figure out what this box and this box, what the answers are in both of those. So pause and then press play when you're ready. So it says the following table shows a proportional relationship. So it tells you it's proportional, which means it should have a proportional graph, equation, and table between total costs and number of DVDs purchased. So what is the constant of proportionality? Well, the total cost is $18 for one DVD. So this is your Y value and this is your X value. So that would be 18 divided by 1. If we're going to do Y over X equals K, and we want to know what the constant of proportionality is, you do Y divided by X on every single one of them. If you do that, and you get the same number, then that is your constant of proportionality. So 18 divided by 1 is 18. 54 divided by 3. Well, 54 divided by 3. 3 goes into 5 once. And then you bring down your 4. 3 goes into 24 8 times. So that's 18. So far, so good. 4 goes into 72. You do 72 divided by 4. Goes in there once. Bring down your 2. That's 18. So it's seeming like if we divide 108 by 6, we're also going to get 18. So 18 is your constant of proportionality because it's $18 for one DVD. Then it says, use the constant proportionality to fill in the missing values in the table. Well, if I know that 18 times 6 is 108, and I know that 18 times 4 is 72. I know 18 times 3 is 54, and 18 times 1 is 18. Then I can just do 18 times 8 to figure out what my missing number is here. So, because that's your constant, and if that's how much for 1, it's just like your unit rate that we've been talking about too. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 6 is 14, so that's 144. So if you bought 8 DVDs, it would cost $144. Now to figure out this one, it's a little different because I don't have the X value, I have the Y. So I've been multiplying by 18 down here, but when I was going backwards, I would have to divide by 18 to get the number on top. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to divide 216 by 18. If you didn't do that originally, you need to pause and divide this yourself, okay? So 18 can't go into 2, but it can go into 21 one time. 1 times 18 is 18. 21 minus 18 is 3. Bring down your 6. 18 goes into 36. 2 times exactly. So the missing number is 12. So it's 12 DVDs cost $216. Part C, so we've done part A. You've done part B. Part C says to write an equation to express this relationship. We talked about how we use your constant of proportionality to write the equation. Y equals Kx will always be what your equation looks like, where K is your constant. Well, what did we figure out when we did Y divided by X? Well, we figured out our constant was 18. So my equation, I'm literally replacing this K with 18. So my equation is Y equals 18X. Whatever X is, so on this, X was how many DVDs, whatever X is, I multiply it times 18, and you get what your Y is. If X was 2, you multiply it by 18 and get Y. If X was 3, 4, 6, 8, and so on. Okay, so there's that first one. Now we're going to do one looking at graphs, not these two. We're going to do this one. Okay. We're going to look at these 3 graphs. You do not have to draw these graphs. We just have to read them. So if you don't have this on full screen, you need to press the full screen button so you can see all 3 graphs and see them well. So if you look, let's look at our information here. We have number of points and levels. And then we have game A, game B, in game C. So we're playing 3 games, and you're looking at these number of points and the levels that each point gets you to in this game. So it says, number 1, which games, if any, have a proportional relationship between the number of points you can earn and the level of the game? So number of points earned is on your y-axis. Therefore, that is your y value. And then your level of the game is on your x-axis. That is your x value. So when we're reading this, if you're at level 0, then you have 0 points. If you're at level 1, you have 50 points. If you're at level 2, you have 100 points, and so on. Okay? Once you look at game B, your x and y here. If you're at 0, you have 50 points. If you're at level 1, you have 100 points. If you're at level 2, you have 150 points, and so on. Okay? On game C, if you have 0 points, you're at level 0. If you're at level 1, you have 100 points. If you're at level 2, you have 200 points, and so on. Okay, so we have our tables for each one of these graphs, and it says which ones have a proportional relationship. Well, we could just look at the graphs and tell which ones are proportional, right? Which one is not proportional? Game B. Game B is not proportional because it does not go through 0, 0. The other two go through 0, 0 and seem to have a constant of proportionality. Okay? So game 1 and 3, sorry, that's not 1 and 3, that's A and C. Games A and C have a proportional relationship. It says, in which game can you earn the most points in level 2? So that one's just asking you to actually see if, which one, when you get to level 2, do you earn the most points? So at level 2 on game A, you're at 100 points. Level 2 on game B, you're at 150. Level 2 at game C, you're at 200. So which one will give you the most points at level 2? That would be game C. The point of this one is just to make sure you're reading those tables, reading the graphs, even making the tables. And if these are proportional, if game A and game C are proportional, then I should have a 0, 0 on the table. And if I do y divided by x, I should get the same number. So 50 divided by 1 is 50. 100 divided by 2 is 50. That equation would be y equals 50x. Right? This one, we're not making an equation for. It has an equation, but we're not learning how to make non-proportional equations yet. And on C, it has a 0, 0. It's 100 divided by 1, which is 100. 200 divided by 2, which is also 100. And then that means that our constant would be 100, which means our equation would be y equals 100x. And make sure you understand how to make these equations, how to read these graphs, and how to read the tables. Okay? Good luck!